wipe it down with to make it clean. That way the paint can stick to it. So yeah, I'm gonna paint it and actually primer it. So once I primer it, I'll show you guys how it looks when it's primered. Got the subframe primered, looking good, looking good. I went and got the paint, as you can see, black paint. So yeah, man. But you know, welcome to this Florida thing. It's raining outside, so can't do no paint today. But eventually I will get to it. But like you see, key update. I just gotta get some, when it start raining, to put some paint on this thing and make it look nice. Alright. Yep. There you go, guys. Look at that. The ice. That's just shining. That's just shining. Look nice. Subframe look nice, guys. I'm very pleased. Look at that. Watch it shine. Watch it shine. Watch it shine. So now, you know what I gotta do? Put it on the car and put all the accessory stuff on. So yeah, check out the subframe. Check out that subframe. Ooh, that thing good. Let me put some zoom in on it. Oh, that zoom, what? Yeah, guys, as you can see, the transfer case is already there. I ain't got no bolts in yet, but I'm just test fitting. So yeah, man, the subframe is in. I gotta get a little rest of the stuff, sway bar and all that stuff, but yeah, it's coming together, man. This one I bought my new rack. I find out that a couple stuff is different that I can't use. So yeah, gotta order more parts. Just gotta do what you gotta do to make this thing happen, guys. So yeah, so let's get back to it. I did not put a power steering rack. I'm gonna put a manual rack. As you can see, brand new inner tie rod, brand new bushing. Yeah, man. This thing is pretty clean, brand new. I just gotta get a couple stuff, the spacer for right here, because this neck is longer. So I gotta go to Honda and order some stuff for this. And also the bracket to hold this onto the subframe is also different from the manual and power steering rack. So that bracket is way too big. So I gotta get a new bracket for that. And I gotta get a spacer that goes in between the neck and the bottom right here to actually, that way I could have no gap and no heat going in the car. I just want to make everything work perfectly fine, guys. So as you can see, this is a new rack, and here go all my old stuff. This is the power steering rack. As you can see, the neck here is way longer, shorter. They have the spacer right here for the power steering. But the manual rack don't have that, so they have a spacer just almost like this, but it's low rubber. That I gotta get from Honda. And yeah, this is trash. This tie rod end is no good. And this the bracket I'm talking about. This right here. This bracket is too big because the manual rack is smaller in diameter right here. So I gotta get this bracket also. So yeah, today's task is put the rack and pinion in. I finally find the piece for the space that need to go in between the rack and the firewall. So we're gonna put those pieces onto the rack, and then also install the rack on the subframe, install on the steering column, put the tie rod ends on, and we should have steering now. So I'm going to show you, if you're changing your car from EK subframe to an ED subframe, And also, if you're changing your rack from a power steering EG rack to a manual rack, I'm going to show you what changed and what you have to do to make this rack fit factory. Okay, so a few little things that's a little different. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's the difference, and yeah, let's do it right now. Alright, as you can see, this is the power steering rack bracket that bolts the rack onto the subframe. This is the power steering rack. Now this one is a manual rack with no power steering. That bracket is totally different, as you can see. Let's put them. See that? Big difference. So without this bracket and you use this power steering bracket, your rack gonna be moving all over the place. So I suggest you get this bracket from a manual rack and pinion, and this is the power steering rack. So that's the difference. That's one difference already. Now I'm going to show you the other difference. Alright guys, this is the neck that sits onto the rack before it connects to the firewall, before it goes through the firewall. Okay, this is way shorter. That's all it needs. This part on the bottom right here sits onto the rack, and this goes up to the firewall and goes inside the car. Alright, now the manual one, as you can see that, this is the manual one, guys. Look how much taller this thing is. This is a full assembly for a manual one. Automatic power steering rack, no power steering rack. So alright, we'll talk about that one already. Alright, cool. So this one is, that one will carry one piece, and this is like 3 pieces. As you can see, and it comes apart. This, see, it looks almost just like that. See, look almost the same. But as you can see, this one will go in there. This part won't even go in there. So that's out the way. That won't work. This part, as you can see, have a slot, and they have another slot. Look, it goes just like this. Bam. See? The slot lines up with that. And that's it. And this part goes over the rack and pinion. So it goes like this. It sits on the rack like this. And this goes into the firewall inside the car. So if you're going from power steering to manual rack, I suggest you get these. If you just go on Google, you can find this thing. I mean, not find it, but you can get a part number for it. I have a part number. I try to see if I could drop it in the description, and see if I could help you guys. But like I said, I just lucky and find this piece local by me, man. So I'm very happy. So now I'm gonna put this piece onto the rack, and yeah, put the rack on the car. I'll see you over there. As you can see, guys, I do have a brand new rack with a brand new bushing. So yeah, now I'm gonna put that piece on like I just showed you guys right there. Put it on there and install it onto the car. And also I got this bracket right there, which I put both of them there, but only one works, which is a smaller one. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in the car and I'll show you guys. Alright guys, got this thing on there. This is the power steering rack. We're not using that no more. I'm gonna put the neck on there, looking nice, fit perfectly fine. I done put my bracket on, which is right here, fit nice and snug. You can see, I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna show you guys the other one. So the reason why you can't use this. Look at this. This is the other one, guys. Look. See that? Will not work. But that won't work. This is the one that works, guys. Bam. So I'm gonna installing the car now. I'll show you guys in a few. Alright guys, just finished putting the rack in the car. Whew. Yeah, so here you go. This is how it looks. Ice. That shit clean, man. Look at the bracket right there, guys. And there you go. Little sleeve. Man, this thing coming along, man. Coming along. Now I gotta put my tie rod ends on. And yeah, it's coming along, man. I'm very happy. I gotta connect to the inside of the car to the steering. And yeah, getting closer, guys. Now I gotta put the transfer case back on and put a drive shaft and do some fabbing for that. But for now, I'm working on this. This is done now. EG subframe is out. EG subframe is fully in, and the rack. And this is the old EK subframe. As you can see, it's raining, and I'm still chucking, man. Still getting this thing done. Rain or shine, gotta make it happen, guys. So yeah, they got my old EG rack, the power steering, and that's the EK subframe with the rack in it and the sway bar. So yeah. Still going, guys. Alright guys, the rack is fully installed now. I just have to put in the steering column and connect it to the rack. But I ran into one thing that was different also on that part. So I'm gonna let you guys know, if you do want to do this thing, this conversion, the EK subframe to EG subframe and the EK, and there's a little sort of change, and I'll just let you guys know the problem that I run into. That way you guys could make it a little bit more easy in running around. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I had to do. Really, I couldn't do anything. I had to go get the part because you can't really modify it. And so yeah, I'm gonna show you the difference. That way you can learn as I go. Okay guys, this is the EG, like you call this steering neck with a U joint inside of it. Yeah, this piece connects, the bottom part connects to the rack and pinion, and this part in the top connects to the steering column. And this is my old EK one, and I'm gonna show you the difference now. This one is the EK, as you can see. This is the EK. Let me turn the phone around. Alright. See, this one is the EK, guys. This one right here is the EK. And this one is the EG with a manual rack. Okay. I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's a super difference. This hole on this one, it is super bigger. It just falls over the rack, because the rack that now have a smaller head. And on this one, both sides is the same. The back and the front is literally the same size. So you can flip this around and it'll still work. This one is made for the power steering rack, which the head right here, this hole, is way fatter. So that's the reason why you have to change this piece, guys, because this one will not work. So you have to get the proper one, which I went and got it. So that's just a update to show you guys what's different. And yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna put this in, get my steering on now, and I'm gonna show you guys a video how the rack and everything mounted real quick before I install this. Alright guys, the rack is in. As you can see, the neck, all that stuff fit perfect. Nice and OEM. Don't worry about this. I gotta clean all this out. That look like dirt. Alright, so as you can see, the rack nice and shiny. Subframe nice. Now I just gotta wait for my mount to come in. That I can put a bracket on for the all-wheel drive. yeah, and then I can put my turbo stuff on, but I gotta get that mount, the bracket first. I gotta do the back bracket, and yeah, getting closer, man, getting closer. So now I'm gonna install that piece on the inside, and I'll show you guys where it goes. Alright guys, as you can see, that's a rack coming into the firewall. Here go the piece. I'm gonna try, see if I can get this thing on here. Where are you at? Right there. There you go. Now the other end, like I said, the bolt that goes through, guys, right here at the bottom. Gotta put the bolt through, and this part connects to the steering, which the steering is right here. You can see the same thing. So this part, this need to go into the steering and put the two bolts in. And the trick of this is, cause your steering won't be aligned, so you literally gotta like leave it snug and put the wheel straight, and then re-spline it if you have to. Or to make it easier, you could either take out the steering wheel and put the steering wheel straight after you put this. So whichever way you want to do it, it's fine. The steering wheel is a little easier because you can actually finesse that easier. But me, I don't want to really do that right now. So I'm just going to try put it up so I can get the steering wheel centered as much as I could. And yeah. So I'll show you guys when I button everything back up. Alright. It's all in now. Everything look good. Look good, man. See, turn the steering wheel, turn real nice. Oh, that's locked. Sorry, guys. Alright, see? Turns real nice, man. Real nice. Smooth. Ooh-wee. Alright. So now, I got my little cover I gotta put on. And that's it. So there you go, guys. Let me turn this off. Shut up. Yeah, as you can see, guys, everything is in, man. Progress. I like it. Now I have a manual rack into my EK, and everything is functional like OEM way. I had to modify now, just grab the OEM stuff and put it back. So I'm gonna put this cover on and put the interior back together, and the interior is done, man. So yeah, give me a few minutes and we'll see what we're gonna do next. Alright guys, I put the rubber, my little heat shield plate back on, or whatever you want to call this. But I put it back on because it was there, and I gotta get a clip. Got a clip for right there, and that's it. I don't know where that one went, but yeah, man, this thing is up there. Oh yeah, man, everything back together. Now I just gotta do my shifter box, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, man, as you can see, sweating, putting this work in. Whew. So, if you haven't already been subscribing, bro, subscribe. If you want to share it, share the video, whatever you want to do with it, it's all yours. Do what you gotta do to support the thing. Like I said, got more coming. Yeah. Catch you on next one. I'm out. Peace.